Hello, friends. Welcome back to Startup Coffee Session. Thanks for coming in. I'm excited for today. Startup afternoon to you. Bern, hello. Anna Rose, welcome back. Thanks. Yes. Christine, thank you for reminding me of the audio. I hope it's all okay now. So once again, welcome to Startup Sessions or Startup Coffee Sessions. And I can't wait to start this session because I've been preparing the whole weekend for this. Oh, wow. It's 1 a.m. in Saskatoon, Canada. Thank you, Mary Ceci Ramos. Good to hear from you. Awesome. Here's another one of my close friends, brother in Couple for Christ, 𝗙𝗶𝗿𝗲𝗀𝗲𝗲. Ablaze our hearts with the love of Jesus. Wow. I'm very touched with what you have just commented. So, and I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, familiar names that are coming back here in our Startup Coffee Session. This is actually session number 5. And session number 5 is all about how to unleash the best version of yourself. So, you know, all of us can either do poorly or can do the best, right? So when we do poorly in terms of not being able to really bring out our talent and the fullness of what we can be, then we're not becoming the best version of ourselves. But when we are in our element, when we are in our element, when we are performing at our peak, then we can say, wow, that was the best of me. And being the best version of ourselves is something that we want to explore for this day. So I want to post now the question of the day, and you can start posting below with your thoughts and ideas. And here's the question for you: what does it mean to become the best version of yourself? Well, it's quite a mouthful or a handful just to think about that. Pero para sa'yo, what does it mean to be the best version? You can answer in very simple terms. So let me know your thoughts before we start with the talk. Or with my suggestions of how to unleash the best version of yourself. Let me hear from you guys, because this is a conversation. Okay, so I left my copy somewhere, so let me get it. Give me 2 seconds while you think of your answer. Okay, here's my copy. What would be part of coffee session without coffee? All right. So, hey, Brother Ron, welcome back. Good morning, Brother Kirby from Doha. Great poster for today's session. My new pants and tagline na, sign of progress on your new medium. Napansin ni Brother Ron. Thank you for taking notice of that. And yes, I have a tagline after 1 week of doing this every day, at least Monday to Friday. And actually, one of my good friends, Bern, said, magtagline ka, and then he suggested something. And this is your cup of motivation for faith, work, and life. So we're talking about 3 things. 1, we talk about our faith and how it connects to work, and how our faith and work connect generally to our whole life. So I hope you like that. And come on, start answering the question of the day. For you, what does it mean to become the best version of yourself? All right, great. And I'd like to thank also our Fired Up Station for making this show possible, you know, because the show needs a lot of time, effort, and it needs some resources as well. So I'd like to thank my Fired Up patrons for continuously supporting me in this endeavor. So now here they are. These are some of the Fired Up patrons that have already helped me in my content creation journey, in my daily show, And I hope you can be a part of Patreon as well. All right. Thank you. So let's answer the question of the day. What does it mean to become the best version of yourself? Okay, may sagot na. Awesome. Galing, no? Gusto ko itong sagot na to ni Tito Chris. Tawag na Tito Chris. Now, do the extraordinary without fear. That's what we are made for. Oh, ano ba yung extraordinary? Do great things and don't hesitate, according to Chris Pandilo, good friend, because we are made to do extraordinary things. Or we are ordinary, but we have an extraordinary God. We are a limitless God. Therefore, we have to submit to His call for us. All right, thank you, thank you. 𝗨𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗲𝗲 is saying that we should be joyful at all times. Ang galing. I like that. In fact, Christianity is marked by joy. Yeah? How do you know there's a good Christian, there's a good person? He is like beaming with joy. Hindi yung nakasimangot, hindi yung ating galit, hindi yung moody. Right? So, becoming the best version of ourselves is actually bringing out the happiest version of ourselves. I like that answer, Brother 𝗨𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗲𝗲. Thank you for your comment. Ayun, diba, isip na tayo. Think of your answers. And I'm happy that this part of conversation is happening every day. Thank you, thank you. All right, so our topic is how to unleash the best version of yourself. Okay. So, di ba parang when I wrote this topic, am I myself, am I becoming the best version of myself? And I had that reflection yesterday, since it was Sunday. And isip talaga ako, no? Sabi ko, hindi pa. No? I'm not yet the best version of myself. I'm not yet at my full capacity. I think I'm still underperforming according to my potential. If this is my potential, I am not yet reaching that potential, at least what is in my mind. So I have to strive towards that. You know? For example, I have my online platform. What is the best version of this startup coffee session? So the coffee sessions have had different versions. Pag-launch nito, Fired Up Live. Right now, it's becoming a better version. Fired Up Coffee Session, and who knows what it will still become in the future. So I'd just like also to greet those who are watching this show on replay, okay? Because we have different time zones in the world. For those in Canada, 1 a.m. So, di ba, maybe naantok na, but for those who really cannot come and join with me live, I'd just like to say hi to you and thanks for watching the replay. Awesome. All right, so more comments here. Okay, sabi ni Ana Padua, doing things that satisfy your soul. Wow. Let me chew on that a bit. What does it mean to do things that will satisfy my soul? In other words, there is something in our soul that calls to us to do certain vocation or calling, and we answer the calling of our soul, right? That is a very spiritual answer. And when we do that, we become the best version of ourselves. Awesome. I love your thoughts. I love your ideas. Keep it coming. Another, Alex, continues the conversation. One becomes joyful if we are grateful to God always. All right. So when we are, tinuloy niyo yung sagot niya because earlier, to be joyful at all times. And how do we become joyful? Is to become grateful. Thank you, Alex. For Ron, being a better version of you means that you are not afraid to acknowledge your mistakes. Weaker you, the weaker you in the past, and you are willing to change. I love that. I love that. No? In other words, it doesn't mean that to be the best version of yourself, you have to be perfect. In fact, you have the best version of yourself is your most humble self, right? And to admit that kind of idea in our thoughts that we have to be humble. Thank you for that, Ron. Meron Celia. Okay. So, may nag-PM daw sa akin. No? Sabi ni, kaya nahanap ko yung aking cellphone. Saan ko ba nilagay ang aking cellphone? I can't find my cellphone anywhere here. Right, so, Yoki, no, she's saying, going out of my comfort zone more often. Okay, so, ano ba yung mga comfort zones natin? What does it mean to be in a comfort zone? Like, we're constantly thinking twice to do a certain venture or take a certain decision, because when we do that, we become discomforted, we become hassled, right? But we know that going out of our comfort zone will do miracles for our lives, but it's just that we're afraid to do it. And if we go out of our comfort zone, according to 𝗬𝗲𝗂𝗧, it will unleash the best version of ourselves. Awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you. Nag-PM daw sa akin, hinahanap ko lang. Okay. Okay. So, medyo kulog daw ang voice. Okay. Allow me to adjust the mic. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right. Thanks. Yes, indeed. Medyo kulog nga.
I'm changing my microphone. Thank you. Ito talaga ang live. I hope it's now better. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that PM Burns. I hope my audio is now better and you can hear me better and louder and clearer. Awesome. So thank you. Thank you for sharing, Yopi. Going out of comfort zone is gonna unleash the best version of ourselves. All right. So ako naman mag-share na ako. No, what I think are the steps to unleash the best version of ourselves, or to unleash God's plan for our lives. Diba? Kasi God wants us to perform at our best. No? God wants us to become the best version of ourselves according to how He made us, according to His plan for us. Okay, Yoti is saying, okay na daw ang aking audio. Yes, because earlier I was attached. It was attached to the Bluetooth. Awesome. Thank you for telling me that before I proceed to the talk itself or to the suggestions itself. Okay. All right. So let me share with you my thoughts on how to unleash the best version of yourself. Okay. So this is the question. What does it mean to be the best version of yourself? Let's try to define that. We've defined that so far to be our joyful self, to get out of our comfort zones, to admit your weaknesses so that you become better each time. And these are the ideas that were contributed by our friends. And meron akong ka-co-work ko dito, si Mike Xiaothong, my brother-in-law, is saying na nasa kabilang kwarto lang, nasa likod ko lang. Celebrate the small wins. Appreciating what you're doing in the present gives you the motivation to keep making strides towards your ultimate goal. Thank you. Napakaswerte ko na magkaroon ng brother-in-law katulad ni Mike. No? Celebrate the small wins. Okay, and not to put the small wins down, ito lang, no? But to thank God that we are actually progressing in our lives. May dagdag pa si Mike. Help other people become the best version of themselves. Pay it forward. Doing so keeps you motivated on your own path, and you'll find that the lasting connections you build from helping others will greatly benefit you moving forward. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Mike. Okay, so ang galing, no? Talagang hindi lang ang goal natin is not to unleash our own version, but to also, if you're a leader, if you're leading a team, like my brother-in-law is leading his own team, your goal is to bring out the best in them, not the worst in them, right? And that will really benefit the whole team as a whole, the whole team and the whole organization. So ganun, no? We do not become a source of detriment to other people, but we become a source of increment for who they are. Awesome. Thank you for that wisdom. So we want to learn how to unleash the best version of ourselves. And yes, before we continue, just like to present to you how you can also help this show and my content creation journey. So there are two ways to help the show. Now, first is become a patron. Now, go to patreon.com/fireduplife. Meron na akong mga patrons. Salamat sa kanila, and you're gonna get exclusive content from me behind the scenes, no. Nagkikwento ako sa mga patrons ko kung saan ako sa fired up journey ko, and also I share to them my latest online courses. Also, may bago po tayo. Pakita ko lang po sa inyo. I have a new feature so that you can help sustain and grow the show. Sabi nga nung isang ni Brother Ron kanina, meron na akong tagline, meron na akong better graphics. Yes, this is gonna progress. So you can also buy me a coffee. Now, buy me a coffee. Bilang mo ako ng kape. How? You go to buymeacoffee.com/𝗕𝗲𝗀𝗲𝗀, and you will have options there on how you can sponsor the show by buying me a coffee. So thank you for that. No, thank you in advance. All right, so let's proceed. How do we unleash the best version of ourselves or of yourself? Now, so may tanong ako, what is the most valuable land in the world? Sa mga real estate agents dyan, nandiyan ba kayo? Now, what is the most valuable land in the world? Siguro mahal yung nasa Makati. Or if you buy land in New York, in Singapore, medyo mahal siya. No? But the question is, what is the most valuable land in the world? Di ko alam kung may mga ideas kayo, may mga sagot kayo ngayon. Okay? So, for me, no, according to what I read, the most valuable land in the world is actually the graveyard. Ito, the graveyard. Nakagulat ba? Of course, not the monetary, well, mahal na rin, no? But not the monetary value itself, but the philosophical value. You know? Sabi nga dito ni 𝗕𝗲𝗀𝗵, which is one of the authors that I read, yung books niya. He says here, the most valuable land in the world is the graveyard. Okay? The most valuable land in the world is the graveyard. Bakit? In the graveyard are buried all of the unwritten novels, never launched businesses, unreconciled relationships, and all the other things that people thought, I'll get around to that tomorrow, one day. However, their tomorrows ran out. Okay, just let me rephrase this quotation. He's saying here that, you know, the graveyard contains all of the people's unfulfilled potentials. Yung mga hopes and dreams nila, instead of devoting their lives doing them, they actually end their lives not being able to do them. Because they say, bukas na lang, next year na lang, maybe when I retire, maybe when I finish what I'm doing right now. So ang tanong, when are you gonna fulfill your dreams? When are you gonna start that book? When are you gonna start that business? When are you gonna open the coffee shop? When are you gonna do the things that you feel you're at your best, no? Ito yung mga pangarap natin. And when we attach our actions to our dreams, lumalabas yung best version of ourselves. So the message here is not to bury your potential. Okay, it's not to bury your potential. Our tendency is to bury our own potential, because again, like our viewers were saying, we bury our potential because we are in our comfort zones, because we have fear and we are not humble enough to accept our mistakes. So we bury our potential. Another is that because we don't know our potential also. Okay, that's a bigger question. If we don't know our potential, we don't know our vision for our lives, we tend to underperform, right? Because we are not clear with our direction in life. And therefore, at the end of it, we are not able to maximize our own lives if we do not strive every day to unleash the best version of ourselves. Yung masasayang yung years natin, you know, we look back, have I become the worst version of myself in the past years, or have I become the best version of who I am? All right, so I like this picture because this little kitten is looking at himself or itself and saying na I am a lion, no? Because our potential, we have to strive towards our potential to be able to unleash the best version of ourselves. Because potential generally refers to a currently unrealized ability. So ano yung mga abilities natin na hindi pa natin na-realize? So for example, for me, marami pa akong gustong abilities na ma-realize. For one, I want to still become a better business person. I want to become a better author. I want to become a better live streamer and add more value. Marami pang unrealized potential. Like, I want to have a better body. These are the things that are that are the best versions of ourselves that we want to strive towards to. But the first thing is that we must see that already. We must be able to picture that out in our minds. All right, so I like this quote also from Saint Catherine of Siena. She said, "Be who God meant you to be, and you will set the world on fire." Di ba? Magiging fired up yung mundo if we answer our call to who we really are, kung sino talaga tayo. And that is the big question. I don't know if you know the song, Who Am I? Di ba? Who am I? No, inaral ko yung kantang yan hanggang ngayon hindi ko pa rin na ma-master, di ba? That sino ba ako? Who am I really? And if we know who we are, then we know what we are called to do. And who we are has got a lot to do with our passions, a lot to do with our inclinations and what fires us up. So be who God meant you to be, and you will set the world on fire. Okay, so let's comment, no? Kung ano pa ang ideas nyo in becoming the best version of yourself. I like this, from 𝗕𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. The best version of ourselves also is our holiest version. Okay, to be holy. So holiness is it's not only piety. Holiness is actually big W plus small w is equals to S. And big W means God's will, and yung small s is our own will. You add God's will and our will together, may sarili din tayong will, may will si Lord, but when we conform to God's will, and the result will be sanctity. And if we are striving for holiness, it will bring out the best version of ourselves. Why? When you're holy, you are honest. If you are holy, you are understanding, you're humble, and all these other virtues will come coming if we strive for holiness. But sometimes holiness for us is like such a big word. Wow, napaka-holy mo naman, no? Napaka-prayerful. And there's a lot of misconnotations about holiness, but it is really about doing God's will for our lives. And that's how we unleash the best version of ourselves, by striving to be holy. Okay, so I'm just like to present some steps. Now, first is have a vision of yourself. Write down what you want to become. And then last, I always start with like writing things down. Ano ba ang nakikita mo para sa sarili mo? What do you see that you can accomplish in the remaining years of your life? What, when we were kids, we're always asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now that you're grown up, let's ask ourselves that again. What do I want to become when I retire? Or if you're already retired, what do I still want to achieve before I finally go to heaven and go back to the Father's home, right? So have a vision of yourself. Sulat natin, because there is power in writing. When we write our potential, then we are able to embrace that. About 4 to 5 years ago, well, actually, mga 6-7 years ago, ay simple lang gusto ko magkaroon ng libro, and I will talk about my book. And you know what? God granted that prayer. Now, I was able to publish my book, The Fired Up Life, and at the same time, I was able to become a speaker just talking about the Fired Up Life message. Ano nga ba yung libro ko? Ito. Here's my book. Right? So this for me is one of the things that I wrote down before and has come true, right? So have a vision of yourself. Sulat mo ano yung gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo. That is the first step that I can recommend to unleash, to unleash para mailabas Kasi kung hindi tayo aware paano natin mailabas and write it down, a vision for yourself will really greatly help you. Now, when you have a vision for yourself, it's called the vision statement, diba? Diba companies have this vision statements? Why not us? Why can't we have our own vision statement, diba? So do that. That's the first step. Second is plan your life according to that vision. Now, you start that vision, then you work your way back. No, you say that the best version of myself is to become this type of person, is to become holy, is to become an author, probably to have a multi-million dollar business. So whatever your heart is, God is calling in your heart to do, so that you can help more people, to be able to have a foundation for the poor. Whatever that is, plan your life now according to that vision and work backwards to where you are. Then you will be able to see a certain a glimpse of a trajectory, a timeline for your life, so that you can achieve that. Is this helping you so far, friends? Nakakatulong ba ang steps 1 and 2? Okay, if they are helping you, kindly comment below. If you're listening, if there's some value that you're getting, kasi may tatlo pa tayong steps to go. All right. So plan your life according to that vision. Okay. So, all right. So, sabi ni John Alcantara, konting lang, no? Magandang umaga, hapon, mga ka-fired up. Still safe pa rin ba kayo? Sana kayo din, no? So, thanks for that, John, for that icebreaker. Mga ka-fired up. First time ko narinig yan, mga ka-fired up. Okay, awesome. So, let me continue. Let me continue. So, the third step is to make decisions that will affect the course of your direction. Okay, so you have a vision of yourself. So writing that vision is step 1. Step 2 is plan, have like a general plan, like broad strokes plan of how you will get to become the best version of yourself or your vision. Tapos ngayon, this is the hardest part kasi kanina planning lang, imagination, right? Or envisioning. But this time, you have now to make decisions that will affect the course of your direction. So we say that we want to become the best version of ourselves, but we're not making changes. No, we're not giving up things. Kung bisyo ba yan? No, is that bisyo, that vice bringing you down and taking you away from becoming the best version of yourself? Is that vice, or is that toxic environment not making you become a better person? Now, make decisions that will affect the course of your direction. Ano ba yun? Is it about having a new career, a new path in your life? Ano ba ang dapat nating gawin para lumabas yung pagiging best? You know, you look at our roles in our life, a father, a son or daughter, a worker. We have different roles, you know, that we play. If you belong to community, you are a leader or maybe a member. But the question is, how can we become the best version as fathers, as mothers, as spouses, become the best husbands ourselves? So, kailangan, if we are able to unleash the best role that we can play, or the best version of the role that we can play, we have to give up some things and do new things, or in other words, make decisions that will affect the course of your direction. All right, I hope this still is helping you. Okay, ito yung gusto ko, number 4. Number 4, do not wait to become the best version of yourself. Okay, I think if there's like if any of the steps do not make much sense, or is they're too big for us, I think this one's gonna be very practical. Do not wait to become the best version of yourself. You can already, if the best version of yourself is the loving person that you're envisioning, if the best version of yourself is the patient person, bakit antayin mo pa maging ganun? Right? You can behave in a way as such, right? So if you want to develop virtues, then you have to start practicing that virtue. So don't wait to become the best version of yourself. Gawin mo na na. Like we can start it today, at least with our mindset and with our behavior. Okay. Kasi yung iba, they will say, magiging ano lang ako, fired up lang ako, magiging self-motivated lang ako pag mayaman na ako. Ganun. Magiging masaya lang ako pag nakita ko na si the one. No? Pag nakita ko na siya, nakilala ko na siya, magiging masaya na ako pag nagkaroon na ako ng relationship. No? So, do not wait to become the best version of yourself. Gawin mo na ngayon. Okay? You can be the best version of yourself today. Next, no, practice virtue day by day, and really unleashing God's version of who we are. Become a little, just become a little better each day. Have a 1% improvement of your life each day, and I'm sure that will already contribute. So, just like to greet the mom of Burns. Her name is Beth Ordonez. You're part of our daily habit. Wow. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am Beth. Thank you for watching this with your son. And may you have a fired up afternoon. Okay, so practice virtue day by day. And ano siya, sabi ni Pope Francis, become a little better each day. And I like what he said. Like when I wake up, how am I? Am I a better? Am I a better husband today? Diba? Am I a better son? Am I a better wife or mother? Ano lang, a little better each day. 1% increments. There's like this author, his name is James Clear. Sabi niya, atomic habits. Atomic habits. Ano lang, mga maliliit na habits that would add through time. Sabi niya, make 1% improvement each day. And what is that 1% improvement? Pag tinotal mo in a whole year, it's 365%. I don't know, I'm not a mathematician, but you get my point. No? Unleash the best version of yourself, little by little each day. Awesome. So guys, you may have more ideas. Kindly share it. No? So ngayon, all of this is actually connected to the fired up mindset that I want to share with you right now. And it's being driven by your potential or being potential driven. Okay, so maybe there's some more thoughts that have come while I was giving a talk. 𝗬𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗲𝗲 saying, even though I'm in my mid-40s, I decided to go back to the career, like counseling, that I believe has been my calling. I went back to grad school to finish my course and eventually take the board exam by next year. It's never too late to respond to my calling. Ang galing. Yes, it's never too late. In fact, wala. You can still achieve it. No? Nagsasabi sa atin na it's too late. That is just us not wanting to be out of our comfort zones. But it's never too late, right? Ako ngayon nag-aaral pa rin po ako. I'm still studying. I'm still pursuing some of my degrees. But sabi ko, mag-aaral ba ako? 40 plus na ako. But it's never too late because learning, we're in a school of life and learning has no timeline. All right, thanks for that. Yoti, si Via naman, sabi niya, take small steps kuya in improving ourselves slowly but surely, because unleashing this best version is a journey. Mas ma-appreciate po natin ang sarili when we do. I agree, Via. Thank you for that. Small steps lang. Ito, matindi ang sagot. No? It's a quote from Jose Escriva, from one of our most faithful watchers, live watchers. Nasabi ni Burns, holiness is not something for the privileged few. God calls everyone. Love awaits all of us. Everyone, no matter where he may be. Everyone, no matter what his state in life, his profession or trade. For that ordinary, everyday life, apparently unimportant, can be a means to holiness. So sabi ni Burns, kasi na-explain ko kanina, holiness is also unleashing, but striving to be holy is to unleash the best version of ourselves. And he says that, itong quote niya, sinasabi, I like that last line, no? For that ordinary everyday life, apparently unimportant, can be a means to holiness. Thank you for that, Burns. Do not, kunwari, your ordinary life, what you do is file some paperwork, you create some reports, you you become an assistant to a certain your boss. No, sometimes we hate it so much, but these ordinary instances of our work, these ordinary instances that are happening in our home, they all can become a means of holiness, and therefore can unleash the best version of ourselves. Thank you for that, Burns. Si Chris, Tito Chris, never stop learning. I like this. Never stop dreaming as well. All right, so great. Thank you. Thank you for all your sharings. This is like one of the this is one of the most highly commented episodes that I have had so far. No, itong episode 5 natin kasi it's about really bringing out the excellence in us. Okay, so we want to be potential driven. We want to be driven by our potential. Ako naman, my mindset is if I know I have that potential, hindi ako titigil hanggat makuha ko yan. Yan. Ganun ako. Parang, I don't know if you've been watching Last Dance. Sino ba nanonood dito ng The Last Dance ni Michael Jordan? Wala namang spoilers kasi alam natin yung buhay Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan is one of those people who really was striving to be at his best. No? And because of that, he became the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Okay, of course, not everybody can be a Michael Jordan, a basketball player, but you can be a Michael Jordan in your own field, right? To reach your own potential. Awesome. So this is about being potential driven. Okay, so may gift ako sa inyo dahil nanood kayo up to this point, and for those who are watching this on replay, you know, I have a gift for you. And this gift is actually a course. No, pinaghirapan ko to isang buwan at ibibigay ko lang. Like some of my friends would say, crazy Curbs, but ka nagbibigay mo lang for free itong mga bagay na pinaghirapan mo? Because I believe that we should add value to each other. Ika nga sa brother-in-law ko to bring out also the best in others. Na ilabas din ang kanilang potential. So I'd like to invite you to enroll in my Fired Up Mindset course, and it's free. Again, please take note of the URL, firedupcourses.com/firedupmindset. You know, what is this fired up mindset all about? I'll be teaching you 5 things about thinking in a fired up way. First is being potential driven, which we talked about today. Second is being productive. Third is being priority oriented. Fourth is being positively grateful. And fifth is about having possibility thinking. So hindi ko ma-discuss lahat yan in 40 minutes or 45 minutes in a show. That's why I put it all in a course. So sana mag-register kayo and let me know kung nag-register kayo. I-PM nyo ako, mag-message kayo kung nakapag-register na kayo. Right? So hope you are able to enroll in this free course that I'm offering. Awesome. And again, if you want to support the show, if there's anything that has become better in your life because of the show, if any value has been added to your life, consider becoming a Fired Up patron. Patreon.com/fireduplife. And if you want, just buy me a coffee. Napakasimple lang. Patreon is a monthly subscription so that you can continuously help the Fired Up Life. And buy me a coffee is a one-off thing. No? So since we're in a Fired Up coffee sessions, baka some of you want to buy me coffee, just go to buymeacoffee.com/𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗏 and let's see kung sino bibili ng kape. And this will greatly help the show and upgrade the show to become have a premium account in StreamYard. Maraming matutulungan nito, no? Or to have better equipment, to have better cameras, whatever, to enhance the show because we need sponsors. Hey, thanks guys. Salamat sa inyo. All right. Thank you. So, to conclude, I hope you're able to remember the steps. Sino nakaalala ng mga steps? Sino ba naalala ko bang una? Write down a vision of who you want to become. Second, kung na-memorize ko, plan your life according to that vision. Tapos third, make big decisions. Make big small decisions that bring you towards the best version of yourself. Then number 4, do not wait to become the best version of yourself. Become the best version of yourself today in terms of virtue, behavior, right? In terms of striving for holiness. And lastly, just take it day by day, incremental steps to become a little better each day. And I hope that this was able to add value in your life. And if you have friends whom you think can benefit from a 30-minute session, no, while in this quarantine period, please forward this to them. Lastly, I want to share to you a concluding story. Regalo sa akin to ng isang inmate, no, when I gave a fired up talk na 𝗙𝗶𝗿𝗲𝗀 person, and siguro nakikita nyo, naka-dots siya, marami siyang dots. See, because it's a pointillism ang ginagamit, no, in how he painted it. So na-realize ko that the potential of that person made this, kasi inmate siya, nasa bilibid prison, yung potential niya is not to become a criminal. Yung potential niya is to become an artist, di ba? But he was living a life of a criminal, but now he's living a life of an artist. So what is your art, friend? Ano yung art or craft that you are trying to master and to bring you towards that best version of yourself? Hey, wow, meron na nag-register. Thank you, Burns. You've just registered to the Fired Up Mindset course. I hope you will benefit from that. And mag-register pa kayo, no? So I can add more value into your life and be able to help you become more fired up at work, in your faith, and of course, in life. So once again, thank you for patronizing this. Thank you. So buy me a coffee or become a Fired Up patron so that we can sustain our daily journey in this Fired Up coffee sessions. Hey, it's now 3:43, 2 minutes more before this show ends. And kindly tell your friends about this. Bukas naman, I'll be back here again at 3 o'clock. Mag-iisip na naman ako ng topic that can fire you up. And if you want, you can PM me a topic. No, just message me, Kirby. It will greatly help me if we will talk about this certain topic. Basta anything about motivation in your faith, motivation at work, no, and motivation in life in general. All right, guys. So, hey, salamat. Thanks for watching this live session, and I hope we will see each other tomorrow once again. So we're still in quarantine. Hang in there. Keep the faith. Be strong, and become the best version of yourself. Thank you very much. Bye.